頼りがあるのは元気な証拠ってね。あれ、逆だったか？
Oh, I had my mic muted. Goddamn. Okay, well, basically I said that it's gonna be one base against give me a second. It's gonna be one base against two base. Birdie likes to overpool, and what I've noticed from his play is that he's going to overpool into some sort of like 3-hatch Spire into 5-hatch Muta is what I noticed from his previous games. And it looks like one base tech. Echo got the early Dragoon to pick off the Overlord. I don't think he saw the Robo with it. So it's gonna be one base Reavers. And the way you wall on this is not the way you're doing it right here. The way you wall is actually you put the hatchery a little bit higher, and then you put either a hydrogen or evo above it, and then if they try to bust you with some sort of zealots, then you wall off this with another building, and then you build stuff out of your hatchery, because the hatchery with the egg here makes it tight against zealots. But this wall should be tight, but it just doesn't leave you a lot of room for sunkens, and it leaves your top side of the natural wide open for speed lots or whatever. So it just looks like Echo's gonna push out with these early goons. Gonna put on some pressure. He might be able to do some damage. There's only one sunken here. If he has range, which he's still getting, he can probably focus down the hatchery or something. The Shadow's not out yet, but once this Reaver comes, it's gonna be really scary. Birdie doesn't have the economy to get Hydra upgrades plus Hydras and all these sunkins, so I imagine he's probably pretty strapped for money right now. I don't think Echo should too much into this, and yeah, he's gonna go. saw the something, and he didn't really do any real damage, but he didn't lose too much either. So it looks like Birdie's gonna pressure with some speedlings, and I don't think these should do too much. He does lose and he's gonna scout, or he should see the robo and the shuttle, so he might know what's coming. And behind that attack, he droned out actually quite well, so he's gonna have the economy to put on pressure with 3-hatch Hydra against this, and he's also gonna have the economy to tech up if he chooses to, which he should. He should actually be making Hydras, because Hydras is what you need against the Reaver, because it protects against the drop, or else he can just do stuff like this and pretty much negate your economic advantage. Pretty bad Scarab, but maybe if this one... Oh no, it's not. It's gonna dead. Fucking Scarabs. But yeah, he should be making Hydras, and then he has to pressure the Protoss, or else he's just gonna get a free expansion off this, and then Birdie's in a bad position then, because it's gonna be same base on same base, and Zerg always needs to be
頼りがあるのは元気な証拠ってね。
on the Protoss.
あれ？逆だったか？
Looks like he has one Hydra now, and that's probably gonna deter the shuttle. And Echo's, let's see what he's doing. He's just expanding in the forge. Nothing is up. Or he's scouting for thirds and whatnot. Still no lair out from Birdie. This, the thing you have to do when you 3-hatch Hydra is that you have to, like, when you transition out of it, you have to get a lair, or else you won't be able to deal with the mid game of the Protoss army with just pure Hydras. You definitely need lurkers and whatnot. No, this is Echo versus Birdie. This game went on the cloud. So Echo's pushing out with a fairly decent sized army, and Birdie actually has no army. So if Echo does this right with a slow siege on the natural with Reavers and doesn't push in aggressively, then he should be able to bust this quite easily. It's up to Birdie to try to snipe the shuttle or the Reaver, but his wall kind of works against him where... Oh, the shuttle snipe! Shuttle snipe! No, no. But he's gonna get the Reaver? No. Okay, this is really bad for Birdie, since he has no army, but he snipes the Reaver, so it's fine. And he pushes back Echo's army. And he's also getting a third. Free goons everywhere. So it looks like Birdie's gonna pressure the front. Probably shouldn't push it since this is a lot of units in the hierarchy. So yeah, he backs out. He definitely needs more hatches. I imagine he's been banking a lot of money. Since he had a fairly decent econ on 3 hatches, he's probably floating a bunch of money. He did tech up to lair. Probably researching lurkers. He's in a fairly good position to soft contain with Hydra lurkers, get some speed overlords. while expanding. Whereas Echo is he's getting storm tech, he's getting observers, preemptive observers against the lurkers. In practice, wait, hold on a second. There's a Reaver. Man, when you do Reaver harass, you gotta target with the Reaver, or else the Reaver will make unsurprising, I think is the word. It's basically like really crap duds, or really crap scarabs if you don't target. So anyways, as I was saying before, in practice, me and Echo and I after 3-hatch Hydra, I would contain the lurkers, and this looks like what Birdie's doing. And the thing with contains is that you have to spread out the lurkers so they don't get stormed, first of all. Second, you have to use Hydras or Scourge to observer snipe, and third, you have to tech the hive behind it, or manage to kill off his bunch, like a large portion of his army. Or else, as you guys may not have seen previously in this tournament, or in a different tournament, Gur versus Elmaster, if you don't contain properly, and you throw away too many units, then the Protoss will just keep building more units while you keep losing it, and eventually he'll have so much stuff that he'll just steamroll out of the contain. So the thing you want to do with the contain, a soft contain, is tech behind it and get a better econ, and then yeah. Doesn't look like he's teching, but we'll see if he's droning a little bit, so that's good. He needs to use the Hydras to actively like place them right here or something, and actively snipe observers that are trying to like poke out and see what's up. Because if the Protoss gets enough observers and then micros them properly, then it's almost impossible to snipe them off, which makes your contain fairly weak. Like for example, you see like he's poking out a little bit, and he should take like a group of 4 or 5 Hydras and try to snipe it, even though there's 2 Reavers. Echo on the other hand, yeah, just making a bunch of gateways. Since he can't expand, he's gonna have a lot of money, and all he has to do is make a bunch of gateways, back them up a bunch, and then slow siege on them. Though he's not microing his Reavers, he's just giving away free Reavers. Here comes Plus. It's a fairly good storm, so not a lot of lurkers. Like, Echo's just gonna steamroll this. It looks like Birdie's pretty screwed now, since he has no army. This is the problem with the contain, is that you spend your entire army trying to contain them, and then once it gets broken, you're pretty screwed. And you try to fall back on tech, but he's still on lair. The most he can have, yeah, he just has lurkers, so he doesn't even have a 4th base. So his economy is not even that great anyways. Echo, on the other hand, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 gateways off 2 base. He's just gonna do a huge mid-game push. He's probably about 150, 160 supply. He's just gonna push straight for the 3rd and probably expand behind this because his main is just running out of minerals. And all Birdie has is 2 lurkers here, and those can be easily sniped. Looks like Birdie's gonna go for the counterattack maybe, or the flank. I don't think the counterattack could work, possibly, if this Templar has a storm. But it looks like Echo's going straight for the 3rd, and looks like he was trying to set up for a flank, but that flank was just completely off, and it's gonna be too late, and he's just and it's looking real bad. surprising amount of hydras, he might be able to get the goons, but this storm, it's a pretty good storm. But it looks like he should be able to get this. It's pretty close. Echo, Birdie has been diligent enough to delay the third. And there's a pause. Colors. Anyways, Birdie has been good enough to delay the third, so Echo lost a bunch of his army, has made his mind out. So, and his natural's almost mined out too. So he still doesn't have a mineral, or he doesn't have mine base. So he traded pretty well. On the other hand though, Birdie still has a few minerals, but he still needs to expand again since Echo's gonna expand at the top right. I'm just trying to pick up the Morphing Archon. Birdie with this Star Sense sending over Hydras to stop the third, even though the third is being placed normally, or not. So Birdie's in a actually real tough position since he can't get he doesn't have a third, and he's not getting a third. And even if he gets a third, he needs a fourth because the Protoss is getting his third. Like, even though he traded well against Echo's army, he lost his third, and then Echo's on a bunch of gateways, which means he can remake his army quite fast, which he has. His army is pretty big right now, and Birdie probably has a control group with Hydras, and maybe like 6 lurkers. These Hydras trying to poke the third, but the army's there to block it. And Birdie just trying to turtle. He still doesn't have Hive, even though he has a Queen's Nest. And this is pretty suffering for Birdie. And it looks like Echo's gonna go for the killing blow. And should be able to steamroll this army quite easily. He has a bunch of High Templar, a bunch of observers, so these lurkers aren't gonna do shit. And he's just gonna do Protoss 1A, 2A, 3A into victory.
頼りがあるのは元気な証拠ってね。あれ、逆だったか。
Protoss just 22A3. Birdie's dead. Trying to defend his third. But not much he can do. Echo's getting a 4th. Yes, this is a beautiful best of 5. Yeah, this is Echo versus Birdie. Game 1. About to be over. I actually don't know what the second map is. And GG. I think Birdie played better than his last series against the Marine, but it's better, but it's not good enough. Yeah, like it's not at his level, quote unquote level, since he did get C minus, and ZVP is supposed to be his best matchup. One would have expected him to do a lot better. Whereas Prophecy is only D, but that's just because he doesn't ladder. Like, he regularly beats me in practice games. And yeah. So he's probably around D plus level, definitely. Though C's my worst matchup. And so we have on the bottom right, we have Birdie, who's down 1 game, and this map is Resonance. And on the top left, we have Echo, who's up a game, and he's a Protoss. And I thought I was gonna have a co-caster, but apparently not, because tonight didn't join me. And the Marine being, I don't know, mad, perhaps is the right word, I don't know. Anyways, I don't really like this map, since it's quite hard for the Zerg to get a 3rd, and like I haven't found a way, well, I didn't play this map much, but I haven't found a way to SimCity properly at the 3rd. So if I try to play standard on this map, I get steamrolled pretty easily by like +1 3 gate or whatever, or the Neo Beast build, which is like +1 stairs and +1 speed lots. Any sort of speed lot build is pretty good. And it looks like Birdie's gonna overpower,
頼りがあるのは元気な証拠ってね。
which is
あれ、逆だったか？
what he seems to do all the time. And Echo's gonna 1 game. I can't remember what he said he was gonna do on this map, but Echo's 1 gate is pretty scary actually, and 1 gate in general is pretty
頼りがあるのは元気な証拠
because
って
they
ね。
can really pressure
あれ、
you
逆だったか？
while getting a fast expansion, which makes it so the Zerg has to carefully balance between economy and Zerglings, which at D ranks is pretty hard to do. We'll see though. Tonight you have to add me. So it looks like, yeah, Echo's gonna do the 1 gate expand, and Birdie's gonna take his 3rd here, and this 3rd is like, you can't really SimCity in a way that you can protect it against speedlots. So if Echo does his speedlot build, he's gonna get steamrolled. Also note that he's actually not taking a 3rd, or he's not taking a gas after getting a 3rd base, which is actually quite weird. So I don't know what he's trying to do. Maybe he's gonna do 4 hatch before gas, or 5 hatch before gas, or he's just gonna take a really late gas. This is actually pretty your gateway goes up first, which allows you to make your cybernetics core a lot faster than you would off Forge FE. So this means your tech is pretty much accelerated while your economy's the same, like as if it would be as a Forge FE. While as Birdie took his 3 hatcheries before, and then he waited before getting gas. Normally when you do a 3 hatch play against Bo5, you build your gas at around 200-250 minerals, and then you place down the 3rd. But since he didn't do that, his tech is going to be unbelievably late. So if Echo chooses to go Corsairs, the Corsairs can actually do quite a lot of damage. It looks like Scouting Probe sees. Not sure if he saw the lair morphing, but he should check that out. Let's see. Doesn't look like he's gonna check the natural. So he might, if he didn't see this lair, he might be thinking, or no, he's gonna check it now. So he's gonna know the lairs is up, and from his scouting of Birdie of previous games, he noticed that he's gonna do like 3 hatch, that's pretty much standard 3 hatch spire, but then he's gonna go into 5 hatch muta. And I think Echo has a build prepared to counter that, we'll see. So it looks like he's going Forge and +1, an early +1, so I think he's gonna do a 3 gate. Yeah, +1 3 gate. So there's the 1 gate, the 2nd gate, here's the 3rd. And +1 3 gate is definitely good against 5 hatch play, and it pretty much hard counters 6 hatch play, so we'll see. Birdie actually doesn't have any other hatcheries or macro hatcheries, and it's really weird. He's getting a Hydroden, so it looks like he's in a 3 hatch Hydra. Normally when you 3 hatch Hydra, when you fake the lair and then cancel it after you kill the probe. But it looks like he kept it. So we'll see what he's trying to do. Meanwhile, Echo's gonna go with some zealots.
頼りがあるのは元気な証拠ってね。あれ？逆だったか？
That might force a bunch of Hydras or Zerlings. But it doesn't really matter since that's what he's intending to build anyways. I'm trying to think what this lair is for though. Maybe for Overlord speed? Those Japanese ads? Question mark. I have no idea what you're talking about. But that's because I use ad blocker. I have no control over what the ads show or whatever. They just play it, I guess. So +1 3 gate is supposed to hit at around 7 minutes, and you should have 6 to 8 zealots. So it looks like he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 zealots. So he should be moving out soon. That's a lot of links from Birdie, but once the zealots get +1, then he's gonna make short work out of it. Oh. The Japanese sound that plays every once in a while is because it's like my alert thing for the chat. So if someone pings my name, that's what it is. Just in case you thought it was something else. Anyways. Birdie's still 3 hatching, and the +1 zealots are coming, and it looks like he's doing lurkers. He'll be able to get the forge and maybe the gateway, but nothing else. The zealots will be able to clean up the 3rd, and maybe the natural too, unless he morphs some lurkers here. Let's see. I don't know why he did 3 hatch lurker. Like, you could do 5 hatch lurker and have lurkers at the same time with a better economy than what he had. And yeah, he loses the 3rd. Looks like he'll be able to defend his natural since there's lurkers at it. But this pretty much puts Echo in a fantastic position. Because all he has to do is get a bunch of goons, get a robo, and then 2 base beats 2 base. So I don't think Echo should push into this any backs up. There is a DT, but there's an Overlord here too. So I don't think it can do much. This contain is still going. But looks like he was only able to kill the Forge. The Robo's up. And Goon range on the way. He's building another Forge. Oh, he actually got a Stargate. I didn't notice that. But he didn't make any Ceres. Oh, and he actually has Straw. Oh man. If he does this right, he can do 2 drops where one goes to the mineral line and then the other goes to the choke here and kill off a bunch of pros. He managed to pick off a decent number of pros, but there's he did drop 2 lurkers. Well, it looks like if Echo loses his Nexus here, then it's gonna be pretty bad for him, and put Birdie ahead. But I think the timing, he's gonna get Observer out and maybe a few games to clean this up. He's focusing the Cybernex core, which is gonna cancel the range, which is gonna be huge. What Birdie needs to be doing behind this is expanding to his 3rd, because he's still on 2 base versus 2 base. If he gets a 3rd and kills off the Nexus, then it's gonna be sick for him. But this, the Observer is not out. It better be good. He's gonna snipe off the Observatory, and this is gonna be huge. Hopefully he has a bunch of observers queued up or something. Looks like Birdie's gonna drop some more, but it's not gonna work. Since Echo has his army there, but these lurkers, okay, finally the observers out, but he only has 1 goon and a few zealots. He's gonna take a lot of damage. Might be able to clean this up with what he has. Yeah, he definitely can, since he has DTs. And it didn't look like he was trying to focus the Nexus, so it's still gonna be on 2 base versus 2 base. Birdie continuing to drop, but he doesn't have much to drop since he only has 2 hatcheries. Like, I bet he's floating a bunch of money right now. What he needed to do was expand behind it while he's dropping. But we'll see. Looks like he's probably gonna drop in some more. And these zealots the entire time weren't doing anything. Like, they could have been at home defending or something, or scouting for a 3rd. Well, there was a 3rd, and I think it got killed by a DT. Looks like more lurker drops. Only 1 lurker this time. Managed to get quite a few kills. So, even though Birdie isn't expanding behind it, he's still doing well because he's just pretty much forcing Echo to be on 1 base. And it doesn't look like he can clean up the sucker because he doesn't have any goons. If Birdie drops over the production facilities, it will actually be pretty good for him, because zealots will just stream in a line and they'll get boned by lurkers. But that's gets a lot of zealots, and doesn't look like it's gonna work. So Echo or Birdie just thrown away a bunch of his army, but thankfully this time he's actually expanding behind it, and he got more macro hatches. But it's looking pretty rough for Echo right now. Actually, I think if Echo makes a few goons, there's this timing where he can just kill Birdie, because Birdie's actually only on Hydra lane versus a bunch of speed lots with +2. Like, he has no care base upgrade, so Hydras just get pwned by Zealots. Looks like he's gonna go out. Even though Zealots aren't the best against Lurkers, those Lurkers had no support, and there's a huge steamroll out. And it's gonna clean up Birdie's army pretty easily.
頼りがあるのは元気な証拠ってね。
And
あれ
Birdie looking
逆
pretty
だった
screwed
か
now. Because he probably wasn't macroing as well as he could have. But I still don't think Echo can bust on that. His ults will just take too much damage from the lurkers. And there's like 4 lurkers here. 5. He has 2 goons, but that's not enough to take on the lurkers, but he's... Okay, he didn't go in. He can kill 30 easily, so he's gonna do that. And Birdie's gonna be down on 2 base again. He might be able to kill the observer. He's gonna be able to pick this up quite easily. And it's looking like a sort of similar situation as last game, where these guys are on the same number of bases, but then Echo just makes a bunch of gateways, and then 1A, 2A, 3As into the Zerg. Birdie looks like he's gonna try to do some sort of flank or counterattack, try to catch Echo's army out of position, but I mean, he has like 6 cannons in the front and a high tempo. Or he's just scouting for a hidden third. But you don't need to send your entire army for that. You only need to send a lane. So it looks like he's going to expand at this third. This third is probably the best third to take, but it's still pretty hard to defend it, since you can't really, like the other thirds, if you take one here, or here, or here, you can't really SimCity in a way where it's easily defendable. But since Birdie has lurkers, this third is the best one to take because there are bridges, and if Echo funnels units, these lurkers will have a field day. But it looks like Echo's taking a third and gonna play the macro game. His third is actually faster than Birdie's, so Birdie's still in a pretty bad situation. Echo scouts this out, and I wonder what he's gonna do. He saw a lot of Birdie's army at the third. Perhaps he might consider double expanding. He's I think that's goon range, and Echo's upgrades are pretty good. 3-0 versus Birdie's unupgraded Zerglings and unupgraded Hydras and Lurkers. He really needs to get up to Hive. When Protoss gets 3 gas, you can't really deal with Protoss just on Hive, unless you're on like a billion bases, and then you just have infinite units or something. Or else, because you need swarm against the large amount of Archons he's gonna have because of the gas and the possible Reavers and just a whole bunch of storm. You just need cracklings and plague and whatnot to deal with it. So it looks like Echo is moving across the map, and Birdie has an army. The goon count is actually pretty low, so I still don't think he can bust into this, but if he makes a round of goons, he can easily pick off lurkers one by one since he has no High Templar. Looks like he's just gonna go for the 4th this time. And gonna snipe it pretty easily, or he cancels. He might be able to see these 4 lurkers and get free.
頼りがあるのは元気な
Birdie
証拠
actually
って
only
ね。
has 2
あれ？
guys on
逆だったか？
gas. That is natural. So is he, and he doesn't have third gas, and so he's like on 1 2/3 gas right now. So his gas count is really low, and that means you can't make as many lurkers and tech up as fast as you can, or as much as you would like. Looks like Echo's trying to bust across the bridge, and unlike Terran, Zealots don't just die to lurkers like Marines do, so it looks like he's gonna bust this quite easily since there wasn't that many links to support the lurkers, and he's just gonna lose his base right here. And Birdie's in a tough position now, or again, since his third keeps on getting denied, and not much he can do. Echo's just playing pretty scumbag, and instead of like trying to just kill him with one push, he's just gonna starve him out just by denying him fresh bases every time. And this is pretty nasty. But looks like there was a lurker drop. Second catching these. Well, it's actually not my fault because it's blue Zergon, blue map, so looks like lurker drop only managed to probably kill 2 probes. He gets cleaned up fairly easily. He's like throwing away a lot of lurkers when he doesn't have that much gas, and it's gonna only hurt him in the long run. But he actually needs to do this since Echo's in such a huge economic advantage. It's just bad luck that it's not working that well. Not really bad luck, but it's just unfortunate. Looks like he's gonna try to double expand. 3rd and the 4th, and he's sending scouting zealots, and he's gonna scout the 4th. It's completely undefended. He's probably gonna force a cancel. Meanwhile, Echo's army looks like he's gonna take a 4th base himself and play it really scumbag where you just starve out your opponent instead of trying to kill him. And it's pretty suffering to play against. And looks like Echo's army is moving back over to probably deny this 4th. He should know this 3rd is up, or is going up. Finally, Birdie's getting Hive. His upgrades still poor. He only has 1 Evo chamber. Probably can't afford that much since he's only on 2 gas. Echo actually has a surprisingly small army and barely any high templars. Against this kind of army composition of Hydra Lurker, they definitely want some high templars in the mix. Just for storms, because when you play Hydra Lurker, you have to play it where you have to spread, you have to just micro it so your lurkers are spread out across a large area so they don't get stormed in a clump. Same with your Hydras. So it definitely takes a lot of APM to spread them like that. So High Templars are definitely a must against that composition. Because and Hydras are, or Archons are okay against Hydras, but they're great against Lings. But Birdie doesn't have too many. It's just mostly Hydras. Looks like Ling counterattack on the fourth. Forces a cancel, but looks like it's gonna get cleaned up pretty easily. And Birdie's approaching to getting mined out. He has Hive, but I don't see any Defiler attack. He's probably getting Cracklings, but his upgrades are still fairly poor. Against Echo's decently upgraded army. And yeah, it's looking pretty tough for Birdie right now. It's almost mined out. He's doing the best he can by denying the base, but at this point Echo doesn't really need a 5th base. I mean, he's probably maxed out or almost maxed out. And Birdie's sending his entire army to defend the 4th, but it looks like Echo unknowingly is just gonna counter while the army's not there. And it's gonna be really bad for Birdie. This time he has enough goons and he's just gonna pick up every site himself without taking too much damage. And Birdie's army is still sitting at the 4th, and his natural's getting busted. Doesn't look like he's macro since it's idle larva everywhere. And Echo's gonna easily bust this and kill off the hive. And finally, Birdie's army's moving back for the flank, but it might not. It doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. My Templar. Storm. No storm. Storm. Can't even snipe out that. I don't think Echo research Storm or something. Probably. Looks like GG. The Marine getting pretty pissed at the Birdie for playing subpar to what the practice level, and I'm gonna get a co-caster. Give me a second. Tonight, answer you. Figured. Come on. Yo.
Aloha. Oh, I've been booted.
Yeah, I told him that you were co-casting. Dude, solo casting is too suffering,
kicked me.
man. I think I'm a pretty boring person. I can't do play by play for shit.
I am willing to bet that Echo cheeses this game.
Oh, I already know what he's gonna do on this, so I will explain.
He's gonna build in Birdie's base. Gonna send his
No,
one of
it's
his
a
four.
little bit different because I suggested a very, very broken build on this map. It's a little bit different from what he initially thought, but after in practice and trying it, it's pretty broken.
I mean, from those first 2 games, I was surprised that he wasn't doing more cheese, because that's pretty much all I've been seeing him do versus every single race, versus T, versus P, versus Z.
Yeah, well, maybe, like, I don't know, in practice, I think he probably doesn't cheese that much, but, I don't know, because the Marine was giving him shit. giving him so much shit for playing like pretty bad. Okay, anyways, in the bottom right we have Echo, who's up 2-0, and if he wins this game, he's gonna win the series since it's a best of 5. And in the top left we have Birdie, who is down, and he pretty much needs to win every single game from here on out to take this title.
Reverse all kill.
Reverse all kill. And basically what I told Echo to do on this map specifically is to proxy 9-9 at the third, because if you proxy 9-9 at the third, the probe is close enough after you build the gateways to block the hatchery if they're choosing the 12 hatch, and if they overpool, it's close enough to block that too. Or you actually don't need to block it then, because 9-9 should be overpool.
He's just going straight 9 speed.
Yeah, so he's going straight 9 speed. I did this in practice, and it didn't work too well. But it could work if Birdie is able to sneak a couple links into Echo's base while keeping the rest for defending.
Like, best case scenario for Birdie is he picks off the first zealot that comes out,
Yeah.
then finds the gates and kills the pylon, because then there's nothing Echo could do.
Yeah. But, oh, he's drone scouting. And check. Oh man.
It's like he doesn't even know him. You should know he's gonna cheese you.
Yeah.
At this point.
And on this map too, like, Destination is a map where is pretty bad for the Protoss to play, because I think this is the map where Zergs learned to Sim City, or at least that's what I think it was. And then I think back then Protosses mostly did like the Archon, the +1 4 gate Archon build, and if you Sim City
Yeah,
properly
I see a lot of that.
on this map, then it gets completely stomped. And he's pulling a bunch of probes, so you should know this is cheese.
If you're a Zerg and you have to build a sunken in your base, you know you're pretty boned.
Yeah. The problem with like going pull first against 2-gate is that you don't really have enough larvae to keep
Kill
up. Ooh, 6 around. Looks like he's gonna complete a counterattack, but this means he's just gonna lose his main. Birdie only needed to send like 2 lings or 3 lings.
Yeah, and Birdie has enough there to defend this with that sunken too.
Yeah,
Looks nasty.
If he like sent 3 lings and then defended with the rest of his lings and drone drilled the sunken, then he would be able to defend this probably. But I don't know. He might be able to hold. Echo has to go all in since he can't defend against these lings in the back or in his main.
I think he should at least go in and snipe all the drones that he can, because it looks like Birdie's supply blocked right now.
Yeah.
Or he was, until he started losing units. But Echo just lost all his probes, so...
Yeah. Actually, he might... no, never mind. I thought he was going to get eliminated, but I remember he had proxy gateways. Yeah, he has to go now, because the longer he waits, the worse it gets for him. Because he can't build units, but Birdie can, so he just has to go. I think he should have pulled all
Surround
those
that
probes
sunken.
too. Yes, second hatchery. This isn't looking good for Echo.
It looks like he's waiting for that one more zealot. But he definitely should have surrounded that sunken before Birdie was allowed to make more lings.
Yeah. Like once these lings come back, it's gonna look pretty good. He still has 5 zealots.
Birdie doesn't pull any.
He doesn't jump Oh man. What he needed to do was just to jump, but now he might not be able to hold. He's
No,
drilling
he's
now.
gonna get it.
It might be enough.
Nice.
It should
Yeah,
be
he's gonna get it.
Echo. That is something we did not first see in practice.
Well, I think you needed to put more pressure on. Even if you have that one zealot against 6,
Yeah.
if the second one came, you should have put on more pressure and got into his main and harassed a bit, because then he wouldn't have been able to leave with those lings, or at least held his ramp
Yeah.
Definitely should have held the ramp.
Yep. Like he was pulling like 4 or 5 probes anyways. So
Yeah.
he should have like pressured. Circuit breaker. I actually don't like this map either.
Most of these maps. Not a, what was the first game on Winning Cloud?
Yeah, Winning Cloud, don't like that map at all.
Apparently you just hate all maps.
Well, yeah, that's true. There's a difference between playing on the maps and then watching people play on the maps. Like watching, like I actually hate like, let's see, I hate Match Point and like Heartbreak Ridge and most 2-player maps. And Outsider, I hate Outsider too. But watching games like pro Koreans play on Outsider and Match Point is pretty entertaining.
I'm a pretty big fan of 2-player maps, except for Ride of Valkyries. As a Protoss, I've always hated that map. And Paranoid Android. Oh god, that map was god awful.
I like Ride of the Valkyries.
T versus T on that, huh?
I liked ROV, but I didn't like Paranoid Android either.
Paranoid Android was just a complete Terran map in
Yeah.
every sense.
And looks like Echo's gonna forge FE. I forgot what he's gonna do on this map actually. I think he was gonna play standard. I think he's gonna do. I think it was +1 3 gate. Actually, I remember what he does on this map. It's something really scumbag. It was
Right?
It was forge FE, 2 gate before core. Have you ever tried that?
Yeah, if the timing's a little shaky though, because if they scout it, because they usually if they get an overload there before you can do anything, you get pretty fucked. You're pretty far behind.
But you need to know how to respond to it. To like if you scout it, like I scouted it and I didn't think much of it. Even I knew what he was doing too. I didn't know how to deal with it until after the game, which was not to go 5 hatch. The answer is not to go 5 hatch. Because the timing hits at like 6 minutes, which is right around when your sunkens are morphing, but your 4th and 5th hatch are not completed yet, so you don't really have the extra larvae, but you sunk 600 minerals into them. So, yeah. Looks like, was that an overpull? Looks like an overpull.
Yeah, it was an overpull.
So Birdie really favoring that overpull. I'm not really a fan of overpull in 4-player maps, just because I like 12 hatch.
And 12 hatch, you do get the economical advantage.
Yeah.
Like overpull doesn't really do a whole lot here, because what does he expect to do with those early lanes? Not really a whole lot he can do, especially in cross positions.
Especially since he made 6. I don't know why Birdie always chooses to make. No, he makes 8. I don't know why he chooses to make a bunch of early links like this. And then.
And with the way those cannons are placed too, Birdie could just run by and get 4 or 5 lings into his base.
He could. Where did those probes go? I thought he had a few blocking,
Yeah,
but
he took them back.
oh man. At least pop down a gateway. Okay, looks like. I think this should be enough since there's no speed.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, nice.
Perfect probe timing.
Yeah, that Eon timing. So I think Birdie's kind of screwed now since he made a bunch of links early. More than normal. He made 8 and it didn't really accomplish anything.
Yes, you would have been like when you overpull and you see you're in a position like this. Most players will only make like 2 lings,
Yeah.
and hope that Protoss responds this way by making 2 cannons, delaying the gateway,
Yeah.
delaying gas, etc. But since you made a bunch of lings, it was all for naught.
Yeah. And yeah, Echo's doing the 2 gate before core build. And I think it's gonna hurt Birdie more now because he's behind economically, and the way I theory crafted the counter to this build was 3 or 4 hatch Muta.
That would be extremely annoying.
Yeah.
But I guess
Like the timing hits where he hits your base and then the mutas are popping at the same time. But
seems like he'd be able to get enough in there because Birdie's not going to have money to really put up a bunch of sunks
yeah,
or sunkens in like a 4th hatch at his 3rd base before he gets 6-7 zealots out.
yeah. It only works if you have a good economics, because you can afford the mutas and the sunkens and the 4th hatch. But he's pretty behind economically.
He's just pumping drones right now too.
Yeah, well that's definitely good, but I heard the optimal saturation for the natural, if it has 7 patches, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it was it 9 or 10 drones? It definitely looks like he has more than that at the natural.
I think he has 9 or 10.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Individually count all the drones.
Oh yeah, well yeah, he actually has 10. So what he needs to do is like send the extra drones to his 3rd, so it can get optimally saturated faster. So it looks like he's opting, or he's getting a 4th hatch and a 5th hatch. Oh, this could be bad.
I think wherever he goes, he just goes straight to the main.
Yeah, he can go wherever, because the
That
reason
natural is super saturated now.
yeah,
the
there's
drone
like way
orgy.
too many drones, and his main is like not even close. Anyways, the reason I hate this map is because it's really hard to SimCity on it too, to make it zealot tight. So, like Birdie's wall at the 3rd is not zealot tight, obviously, and
A little indecisiveness by Echo. Started heading down to the main, then turned around.
yeah,
It looks like he'll get there in time still.
yep, and he's getting leg speed and +1 behind this, so leg speed should be coming up soon, and it's just gonna be constant reinforcements of lanes. And Birdie started attacking his own hatchery, so that's a lot of DPS that could have been
Just fake out.
Oh man. And yeah, just here comes the constant reinforcements of
Get that sunken.
lanes. Yeah, you should definitely focus down the second. That's where it's doing the most damage. But is he gonna hold on?
Looks like he's gonna hold this.
Oh yeah, it looks like he's gonna hold this. Why couldn't I do this in practice? What the hell?
There's just like literally that couple extra seconds when he was going down to the main gave him enough time to get that sunken up.
Yeah. But I don't think Echo is behind that much.
Oh,
Well, wait.
Oh.
Well,
like these built-in cannons up here that aren't really gonna do anything. They're not in range,
yeah.
but they're cute still.
Is he behind? He might be. Oh yeah. Well, it's. I don't know. I'm torn.
I would say he would be if Birdie started getting his second gas and working towards his tech, but since he
Yeah.
really has nothing to work towards, all he's gonna be doing is pumping drones for a little while.
He's going
and making
one gas
sunkens and
meter.
teching. Yeah. I mean, like, if he did that, if he had the gas for it, which he probably does, he'd, like, kill Echo right now.
Yeah. Yeah. If he got the gas earlier and just made mutas.
He has one Muta flying. And a ton of Scourge.
Yeah.
I don't know what he thought Echo was doing that he would have Corsair
He
out,
probably
but
misread that as a +1/3 gate into 2-star.
all those... Oh, he is ranging down the hatch with those cannons. I was wrong.
Huh.
Oh, I guess I didn't see him make those closer ones.
But that's a lot of money spent on cannons. Not sure if it will be worth it. He said,
Well, it pretty much guarantees that he'll be able to kill that base. Because any lings that
Oh, that's
try
true,
to
that's
attack
true.
him, he'll just be able to suck him right up in there. I think it's a pretty good trade. Unless he just doesn't run to the cannons.
he needs to get.
Oh
He's got
god,
the
go to the
suck in.
cannon. Yeah, there you
Suck
go.
in and then back up after towards. Oh, he's gonna donate the free, and yeah, this space is dead. Overlord's popping. It must have been heavy supply blocked.
He threw down made another tireless den too.
Yeah, that's weird. Yes,
Unless he was gonna go like double upgrades and just mass Hydra from 4 hatch. I guess it was 5 hatch.
there's like a specific build where you 4-hatch double den, and I used to do it a lot. And it's really good if Ross doesn't see it coming. But I don't think that's what he's trying to do.
Yeah, it's way too late for that.
Yeah. And more Zealots streaming in, and it looks like he's gonna lose this third. I thought it was looking pretty bad for Echo, but he somehow makes it back with that very unorthodox cannon. Cannon rush, not really rush, but yeah.
The thing with having the 2 gates already threw another one after he lost that first attack, he was able to keep macroing, whereas Birdie had to throw down another hatchery, 2 hatcheries just to catch up on the macro.
And it looks like he's gonna expand at at the top left now since he already has cannons there. Pretty good choice. And Birdie got lurkers.
Wild cannons.
Dumb lurkers.
So now we gotta watch him turtle for another 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yep.
It's probably gonna start dropping and being annoying.
But I think Echo should be preemptively prepared, or should preemptively prepare against this. Since
Or he should just run all his zealots into field lurkers.
he's gonna try to do some sort of. Oh no, he's gonna defend his third.
Echo just coming out with a pile of High Templar.
Yeah.
They're just Congo line.
Oh, it's not even tight! Oh my god.
What are you doing? I hate this. I hate everything about this.
Oh my god, Echo, why? Ew.
I guess I could have been worse.
It could, yeah. That was a pretty quick thinking from Birdie to do a lurker egg block on the ramp, but this is why. Yeah, I don't like this wall. I don't like this map because it's hard to wall. I think he should have done it like a vertical wall instead of a horizontal wall on this map, since his units, like lurkers, get bugged out trying to get out, and it's not even tight. Like if you do a horizontal wall, I think it should be tight. But
Lurkers are already having trouble getting out, just wandering around like idiots.
yep. Pretty much self-inflicted JDOM with buildings.
It's not quite that bad yet, though.
Well, with the way he's been turtling the past a few games, it might get that bad. We'll see.
Yeah, that other base you just put up is already lurker heavy.
Yep, they're spread okay. That like this front group of 3 can be stormed with 1 storm, I think. But Echo's getting a 4th too, mineral only, and oh man, this is gonna get really ugly.
I guess he has no choice but to wait for an observer in range, and then he should just. I'm sure he's just pumping nothing but goons right now.
Yeah. Like, yeah, pretty much. Just make a bunch of gateways, make a bunch of goons and High Templar and Zealots. Get some. He even has he actually made a Stargate. And he just has Sares. Sares in the late game when you're spending all your gas and focus on lurkers. And later game, probably ultras. These Scourge are just a pain in the ass. Or these Sares are just a pain in the ass.
In mid game, Corsairs Probably my favorite thing. Start upgrading them when like a base behind, or start evening it out with Zerg. There's nothing really they can do about it because they have to go. They're already going ultra Ling usually.
Yeah.
And the filers like
so gas heavy, and
around.
then you have to suddenly deal with like that shit. It's awful.
Oh, those probes is transferring. Oh, he's attacking with the probes because Birdie's not paying attention.
Oh no.
What are you doing? He was transferring him to the top left.
And then,
he
no, don't
started
go back.
Then he started drilling with him. He's like, well, I guess if he's not going to pay attention, I'm going to kill him with my probes. And I mean, he lost some probes there, but he killed like 3 or 4 Zerglings before he was even paying attention. That was cute.
Yeah. Well, he managed to get up his 3rd, but there's no drones at it. And he got a 4th, but there's no drones at it either. And there's not enough lurkers to defend against this. If he chooses to attack the 3rd, there's enough goons to just bust this easily.
I think Echo should just start making some shuttles, dropping into the main, dropping into that 4th.
Yeah.
Really has nothing to defend it with. It's like 4 DTs and you'll take that down in a second.
Oh man, I was laddering and some for us did 2-star into like DT drops. It was really suffering.
Like that.
So
I've been laddering and winning games, then all of a sudden I lose, so that's my story.
yeah, ladder sucks. Echo being just a scumbag, man. He doesn't need these phases. His 5th and the 4th and the middle only.
I'm trying to see if he has any Reaver tech, but it doesn't look like it. He has 2 Robos.
I initially thought the Robo was gonna be for Reavers at that base, but then I remembered that he needed observers. Looks like he's gonna put some pressure, I guess. Not really doing much.
There's the Reaver tech.
He's gonna go on this. Looks like he is.
He should be able to range down.
Yeah, he should be. Yeah, range down the hatchery and spore, and then get the lurkers. He shouldn't be like he shouldn't be like losing that. But he looks like he's gonna A move.
Probably shouldn't be aim moving either.
And it's probably gonna work. He's got a bunch of goons streaming through the map. And Birdie doesn't actually have an army because he's been spending it on drones.
But these lurkers.
Oh man. It's actually weird. He doesn't actually have high Templars with this army. So I think he might be able to hold, but he's gonna lose his hatchery. Hold for a little bit at least.
If he gets that hatchery down, he's gonna have a much easier time shooting those lurkers.
Yeah, definitely.
Just get them. I guess you'd also have an easier time shooting those lurkers if the observer was in range, but
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there.
So he's gonna go for it. He definitely took a lot more damage than he needed to, but it doesn't look like it's gonna matter. Or it might, since he's not streaming as many he's not streaming any reinforcements at all, and he's gonna flank this with some Hydras. But
Yeah, Birdie's probably clean this up, unfortunately.
yeah. But
I'm sure Echo's loading just a shit ton of money too.
yeah. Oh man, is this Arcana? No. I thought he was gonna go for the probes. Or not the probes, the drones.
Of course. Birdie's making more lurkers.
How is he affording all these lurkers, man? He only has 2 gas. he's getting
Yeah,
like
I didn't even realize that. He has all these bases, but only 2 gas.
he's getting another Hydra Den. Alright, this is a different game. Or wait, no, it's the same game.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah. He had 2 Hydra.
Yeah, earlier.
2 Hydra ends this one too.
Yeah.
He just lost his other one. What's up with him and 2 Hydras? I don't know, this was that game.
If you look at the 3rd,
Yeah, it's
there's
like
four
he
drones.
lost one. So he's made 3 Hydra Dens.
Yeah.
And,
This hatchery is actually like blocking 4 drones, I think. and maybe lurker. 2 lurkers. Oh man.
I want to see a storm. Just storm that pocket of units.
He's finally making High Templar for
For
storming and not Archons. And looks like Birdie's gonna try to counterattack with Lings, or is trying to scout out bases to counterattack with, but there's no base there. And if he goes to the mineral onlys, it's gonna get stopped by cannons since he doesn't have crackling yet. Oh, and there was a drop.
Yeah, pretty much wasted that Reaver.
Man, I
Just
fucking suck
start-
at catching this shit. Yeah.
Now, Birdie's econ has to be getting pretty loaded. Why is he not making gas? What are you doing?
I don't know.
Are you gonna stay? He just wants to
I
stay
think
on
he's floating a bunch of...
hydroplane.
Yeah. This is like a pretty big problem with his play, is that he just stays on lair tech forever. And then...
No, it's finally making a Queen's Nest.
Yeah, like, I think in game 1 he made a Queen's Nest, but never... Or actually, no, he did... Wait. I got confused.
I think it was the second game.
Okay, the second game he actually got high, but nothing. Like, no defilers.
He
no
was
walls.
already dead at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the first game, he made a Queen's Nest, but never made Hive. So I think, like, he has a pretty big problem where he just stays on lair tech too long. And I think you should be transitioning to Hive once Protoss gets 3 bases or more. Because all that gas is pretty hard to deal with.
You pretty much start making Hive after you get your 4th.
Yeah.
Like assuming
Yeah,
you
like if you go
wall
6
off and
hatch.
turtle up
Yeah.
your 3rd, yeah.
If you go, yeah, pretty much.
I like that he has all his lurkers away from the spore.
Yeah,
Just-
he should be putting more spores and sunkens forward towards the bridges. Or else Protoss is just gonna do this.
Oh, there was a drop at Echoes. I don't even know what base it is. 4th.
Oh, I heard lurkers. Oh yeah. It
I don't even know how many
killed-
pros
21
he had
kills.
Oh Jesus.
Holy shit! I missed that.
Yeah, I just started hearing it because I saw some green going across the screen. I was like, there must be something there.
And oh man, he's trying to flank and he's not flanking across bridges just against stormers. Kind of suffering.
How's that bridge working out for you, buddy?
It looks
feel
like
like
he only
not
has,
very well.
He only has goons, which is okay, I guess.
Yeah, I think he has enough.
Yeah, but
though,
yeah,
to
he should
where
be
he
fine.
should guard. There's not enough Hydra to really do anything.
Yeah.
Wish I could see the energy on these High Templar.
Yeah, I wish it was a replay then I could like check how much money
Yes.
they have. All that jazz.
I guess if we were on like Fish or something and using.
Yeah, I'm using iCup launcher. I was trying to get the MCA 64 launcher working because that shit had like some pretty sick features. But
Yeah, here it's kind of buggy though.
yeah, it keeps crashing my root war, which is why I can't use it. Birdie has a lot of macro hatches, but I still imagine that he's still floating a bunch. And he's not, like...
If I had to guess his mineral amount, it would be like 2,500.
Probably.
But I feel like Echo's probably right around there.
Well, yeah, he is on 5 base. And there is a distinct lack of gateways to accommodate 5 bases. But he probably was maxed too. So.
Looks like there's a drop coming. I might not get there.
Oh, I'm watching it. I didn't miss it this time.
Oh shit. Oh lord.
Oh, it's the same lurkers too. Oh,
25, 26, 27? Nope.
Shit. No. Oh, 27. This Reaver doesn't have scarabs, I think.
There's no observer over there either.
Wait, can the cannon see that? Maybe? No.
No. So you're just gonna storm it.
Well, Birdie loses his hive. And Echo's counterattacking or attacking the third at the same time.
I wouldn't call that as attacking as much as it is just throwing units into the wall.
Yeah, giving him the benefit of the doubt.
I couldn't do it. He's probably like chasing one Ling.
Probably. So, Birdie, instead of like panic making like Hive Tech at his extra bases, decided that he wasn't going to do that. So, he doesn't have any Defiler Tech.
He has no tech.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck, he should just throw all of his units against there. He can't do anything right now anyways. Wave after wave of units until he breaks them down.
Sunken D.
Oh, you say that, it's probably gonna happen. Where he's gonna make 35 sunkens in each base.
It'll be, yeah. Well, it could have happened if like Birdie decided to like make a Defiler Mound while his hive was dying, and then hold with lurkers and hydras and sunkens.
Yeah, there's no good reason for him to have not threw down a Ultraless Cavern and Defiler Mound when the Hive Tech was actually up, even if he wasn't going to use it,
Yeah.
which there's no way he can't afford Ultra. But, I guess, whatever.
Like, Swarm is like, or not Swarm, Plague is so good against this army composition where it's like mostly goons, and where the Protoss doesn't have that much gas yet for like a bunch of Archons.
It's like pretty much anything Defiler is good at me.
Yeah.
Dark Swarm, Plague,
Yep.
it's all son of a bitch.
Well, it's good until Protoss gets like 3, 4, 5 gas, and then they just have like infinite Archons, and then you can't do shit about that. It looks like he's gonna attack this mineral.
Let's see the side sampler. Oh, there's just so much to storm. Storm everything. Do it now. Oh god.
Oh, he doesn't. Too late. The train already leaves.
There was like a pile of Hydra on top of the lurker, but oh, for the love of god, it would have been beautiful.
Looks like Birdie's gonna counterattack with some links.
I think he's chasing the Zealot.
Or chasing a Zealot, one or the other.
Oh no, he's actually counterattacking. You're right this time.
He's gonna stop this base that hasn't been built yet. But Echo doesn't really need this. He doesn't need that base. A bunch of links trying to counterattack the natural, just eating our constant base. And 3, 2, 3. Wow, really? He's 3, 2, 3. He's got 2 plus 2 and shield upgrades too. What the hell? Versus a 2-1. Oh man.
Does he even have 2 Forge? Oh, I guess he does. I was like, God, has this game gone that long where you get that many upgrades with
He's getting
one
Arbiters too.
Forge?
Oh man. He's just trying to style on him.
Time to A move.
Yep.
So, like, if the Marine lost to Birdie, that makes Birdie like C+, right? And so, since Echo beat Birdie, that makes Echo like what, A-?
Pretty much.
Is that technically how that works? I'm not sure how the math goes, but I feel like
according to Ewa, everybody better than him is already like B higher.
alright, that seems alright. I guess if Echo would have 3-0'd him, it would have been like Olympic,
Yeah.
like 3,000 on fish.
Pretty much. Like you could probably beat Flash. Probably.
That one lurker.
And yeah, doesn't look like these 3
the Archons
Hydras can stop this. He managed to get 3 o'clock, but not gonna do much.
Well, he's making some more Sunkens and has some lurkers. As I'm discovering is the Birdie way. Make a lot of Sunkens, make a lot of lurkers. Pray that Protoss does nothing about it. just every time I see like a pile of drones and a bunch of high Templar, I'm like, just pull the trigger.
He made a bunch of like high Templar, but I don't think he actually threw it on a single storm in this game.
Yeah, it wasn't. Well, there was a couple.
Oh, actually, was
like
it earlier?
it was like when he was trying to cross that bridge, and it was just a massacre.
And GG. Is this a 3-0?
3-1. Birdie won that proxy game. Echo
right.
track.
So, Echo is our winner for the D-Ranks Captains Tournament.
Holy shit, that was a 30-minute game.
Winning 3-1 over Birdie. And thank you for watching the stream, even though it was like my first solo cast, and I think I suck at solo casting. And then tonight came to save me. So, thanks for watching. And